my name is Miss Pam, and I'm from Building Blocks Child Development Center here in Spencer, West Virginia. And I have a book and a craft to do with you today. Our book is called I'm Going to Be a Farmer. Farmers have all kinds of very important jobs. We rely on farmers for a lot of stuff. Did you know that farmers raise all of the food that we eat? Yeah, even our cattle, hamburgers, yeah, it comes from a farm. And our tomatoes, and even our apples. Apples come from a kind of different farm. They're called an orchard. Okay, fruit and pears, or apples and pears and peaches. They all come from things called an orchard. Oranges, come from a thing called a grove. Now, I'm not sure why the different names, but they're all basically a farm. So let's read our book. I'm Going to Be a Farmer by Edith Cunthart. My name is Nathan, and this is my house. My mom and dad are farmers. They grow their own food, and they raise potatoes to sell at the market. I want to be a farmer too. Every morning we get ready to go out. I put on my boots. My little sister Meredith puts on her sneakers. Daddy and Mommy get ready too, and Grandpa gets his pail. Well, what are you going to do with that pail? We go to work right away. Uh-oh, what do you see? What do I see? Good morning, baby chicks. Did you keep warm under the brooder? Beep, beep, baby chicks. I see you. Look at all those little baby chicks. Mommy pitches the old straw out of the barn, and she puts in nice clean straw, and she gives the sheep hay to eat. The pigs chew corn cobs from our dinner last night, and I rake the floor. Gobble, gobble, gobble. The turkeys all say gobble at once. They shake their red wattles. Meredith and I go see the goose and the gander. The gander sticks out his neck and hisses at me. Go away, gander. And he goes away. There is Red, a horse. It tickles when he nibbles the grass out of my hand. And Meredith pats Chester. I help out a lot. I fix things. I ride in the tractor with Daddy. It's air conditioned in the cab. Potatoes grow under the ground. This is what they look like when I pull them up. And you see, it's like they're called tubers, and they grow on the roots of the plant. The potato digger drives along and digs up the potatoes, and the potatoes go into the truck. Then they come out of the truck on the conveyor belt. Then they go to the market. So this thing right here is a potato digger. Okay, and it goes along and it digs the potatoes up out of the ground, and then they come across this chute right here, and then they drop into the back of that truck. And then this is the conveyor belt they talked about, and this is the conveyor belt that's taking the potatoes from one place to another. Sometimes Meredith and I hoe the garden, vegetable garden. I know how to pick a pepper right off the plant. This one isn't ready yet. See, he's looking at the pepper. He says, nope, not quite ready. Oh, and a hoe is this tool right here. And you use the hoe to loosen up the ground and to get all the weeds out of your garden. Oh boy. Popcorn! We help Mommy pick it off the corn stalks, and we fill up a whole basket. Later, we will dry the corn and pop it with lots of butter. It tastes delicious. Did you know popcorn grew on a plant? In a farm? Right there it is. And there she is, picking it off the stalks. We raise all kinds of things on our farm. We grow tomatoes, sunflowers, and pumpkins. It's getting late now, and we hurry home. Look at the potatoes in this truck. That's a huge truck. And look at the potatoes all up there. That is a lot of potatoes. Dinner time. We have pork chops and broccoli, and guess what? Baked potatoes. Grandma and Grandpa come over for dessert, and after they go home, Daddy reads us. We read a book about farms. I'm going to be a farmer. And there he is in the pumpkins, in the pumpkin field. So, farmers have very important jobs, and there's other things that come out from a farm that you don't think about. Do you know that your clothes come from a farm? They do. The shirt that you wear and the pants that you wear are made out of cotton most usually. And the cotton comes from a cotton farm. And it kind of looks like, they have them down south where I used to live, and it looks like a big, huge field of cotton balls. It does. And then they pick the cotton, and then the cotton is turned into thread, and the thread is turned into cloth. So your clothes actually came from a farm. Isn't that interesting? Sure is. And guess what? This book, it kind of came from a farm too. It came from a place where they grow trees for paper pulp. They take the trees and they cut them down, and then they grind them up, and they grind them up again and again and again and again and again until it's very, very fine, and then they make paper out of it. We use a lot of stuff from a farm, don't we? We sure do. All right, so we are going to make a shape farm. We have a piece of paper here, and I have a bag with all kinds of shapes in it. We're going to go over our shapes, and then we're going to see what we can make with our shapes. So, what shape is that? It's a little crooked, but that is a rectangle. And what about this shape? Triangle. And what about this shape? That is a large triangle. And there's a small triangle and a large triangle. I said triangle. A small rectangle and a large rectangle. Let's see if we have a large triangle, and that's what I want to say. There we do. We have a small triangle and a large triangle. And then here's a circle. We have a large circle. And let me see if I can find one. A small circle. What other shapes do we have? Well, we have a square. We have a large square. And we have a small square. And I also have one other shape. And it is still a rectangle, but it's a tall, skinny rectangle. So what can we make out of our shapes that could be something that's on a farm? Do you think we can make a garden? Well, I think we could, but I think I would like to make a tractor. Do you think we can make a tractor with these shapes? Well, let's get our glue stick. And we're going to push our shapes up to the top right here. And the first thing we're going to get is our large square. And we're going to put some glue on the back of our square. And turn it over. And stick it right there to our paper. Looking like a tractor yet? Not yet. How about we have a rectangle right here? Put some glue on it. And we'll put a rectangle right there. Now, our tractor needs a window to look out of. Let's use this little blue square. And we'll put that blue square right there. Does it looking like a tractor yet? Well, how about if we have some wheels? We'll put some glue on there for the large circle. And I'm going to get both circles there. Which one is the large circle? The biggest circle? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yeah, I knew you could do it. All right. And then we'll take the little circle and we'll put it on the front for the little wheel of our tractor. Is it looking like a tractor yet? Not bad. Not bad. How about a smokestack to go on the front of the exhaust pipe to go on the front of our tractor? We'll use our little rectangle to go on the front. What do you think? Is it looking like a tractor? What other shapes could we use? We could use another little yellow circle up here for the steering wheel maybe. Put some glue on it. And we'll put that in there. That'll be our steering wheel. And then how about we put this one on the back of our paper. We'll slide it up underneath there a little bit. And we'll put that on there for a wagon. Put some glue on it. And that'll be the wagon on the back of our tractor. And what are we going to carry in that wagon? Triangles. We'll put the triangles in the wagon. Because where else are we going to put triangles, right? Put a triangle there. And we'll put a triangle there. And look at that. We made a tractor out of shapes. We have our large square and our small square. We have our large rectangle and our small rectangle. We have our large circle and our small circle. And another small one up here for the steering wheel. And we have our large triangle and our small triangle and our long rectangle for a wagon. And we could even put, look here. We could even put another wheel on our wagon. And there we go. We made a shape tractor on our shape farm. What else could you make with the shapes? What could you do with maybe this green triangle? What could it be? Maybe it's a tree on our farm. And we could put that right there. And use our small rectangle and our large triangle to make a tree on our farm. So there you go. And you learned a little bit about farms and a little bit about shapes this morning. Well, it's time for me to go. I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed our story and our shape farm tractor. And I will see you next time.